So one thing, you see the sun is kind of like bright in my face. It's kind of like something you might not want to do, okay? You don't want it too dark. Now I'm too dark. If I want the students to be able to see your face. We don't only communicate with our voice, we also communicate with our hands as well as our face. We can show whether we're smiling, whether we're upset. You know, we communicate in many different ways. And so we want to connect to the student as much as possible when using this modality. Cool beans? I'm sharing my, as you can see, Microsoft Excel. I'm gonna go ahead and save this as something different. So I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight all of these, and I'm gonna double click. And you see how it's kind of small on your screen? One of the things the students may not say to you or that they're gonna run into as far as a complaint, the size of the font, all right? So you just get on in there and you make this thing bigger so that students can see that stuff, okay? Particularly if they're looking at a mobile device. Now, it might seem like, well, they need to be on a computer, but if a mobile device is what they have and they're in a mitigating circumstance, we want to be there for them. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, that would be awesome. Understand the power that you have at your fingertips. You know, just pull that down. So I'm just gonna grab all of these. Of course, you know, we have a fill handle here and it's not registering my fill handle. I am upset. Okay, so that means I just have to, oh man, this is terrible. This is awful. What's wrong with this thing? All right, so when you find yourself in a situation like this, you don't necessarily want to give the student the idea that technology is breaking down on them or on me, and I'm not handling it well. Well, technology is gonna break down all the time because they're tools that we use and we make them and they're gonna break. But what you wanna do is you wanna handle yourself very well when things aren't working properly. So as you can see, it finally did what it needed to do. So let me see if I can just back that up. Yep, click on that. And you'll see that those calculations are done all the way down. Well, I try to be as formal in the classroom, yet make the classroom comfortable, knowing or letting the students know that I am on their side. This is something that I try to do a whole bunch, okay? The worry is too much. It's just too much for them. We need to just help them get through the worry and the anxiety and the fretfulness. So, okay, enough of that. Let me get back to this here show. So I have angular velocity, I have radius velocity. What do I want to do? I want to perform statistics for this. I get this nice normal distribution. Woo! It's nice. Ooh-wee. Oh, I need a few moments for myself. What you can do as well is you can record this just as I am recording it and supply it to your students. You know, I think it's quite beneficial to them if you have a lecture and then you record that lecture. And when you record that lecture, you give that lecture to the students so that they can stop, start, stop, start. It doesn't even have to be long. Our lectures are long typically because, well, students are asking questions. If you have an engaged class, some of the things that I have my students do, is how we're doing these statistics in Microsoft Excel, do stuff like Microsoft Azure for machine learning. So I can go here to machine learning, and this is basically a part of AI. And then where do I go? I need my student. My student knows how to do all this. So basically she taught me this, and that was my goal, for her to teach me, you know, and she could be anywhere. She could be at home, she could be in school, she could be any business student. Don't be afraid. So this was one of the assignments, or one of a tutorial that she ran. And so this is complicated, but so I don't know a whole bunch about this, but any two ways, it's okay, because one day I will. So that's pretty much what I want to show you as far as this portion of screen sharing.